Philadelphia gets to 1-0, beating Dallas 24-20 here in South Philly. With an hour-plus weather delay thrown in, our players of the game: Jalen Hurts, 4 incompletions, but doing it on the ground, including 2 rushing touchdowns. Saquon Barkley, 60 yards of the touchdown run. And the All-Pro Zach Baun picked up where he left off a year ago. Down to the field now, and Melissa.
All right, Mike, they are not using the word repeat. They are not using the word defend. But, Jalen, how much did this mean? How much does this win mean against a division rival on opening night?
It means everything to come out and start strong. It's a new team. It's a new journey. And we got tested tonight. They played a hell of a game. We know how they are when Dak is back, and they got their crew all together. And so a lot of respect for that team on the other side. We just got to clean up some things and play better football, but always good to say that and find a way to win.
You just said that you and Saquon are yin and yang. That's the first time you said that. What do you mean?
A complementary force. Approach things in a very similar way, same mentality, but may express it differently. And so I think it's as complimentary as it gets, man. He's a hell of a player. He's had all the success he's had for a reason. And
both of you had so much success on the ground, but your quarterback outrushed you tonight. What do you think about that?
Oh, man. Here we go. I love it. I mean, at the end of the day, only thing that
62-60.
Only thing that matters is winning football games. And what do we say about land by air? It don't matter. And he did everything we needed for him to do that.
You told me before the game that you were so amped up that you had to calm yourself down. How did you get into a rhythm, and what was it like to be back on the field?
Just try to focus on my breathing technique. But it was amazing to get back on the field. We got a lot of things to clean up. Obviously, we're happy that we got the win. It's hard to go 1-0 in this league, and especially against a division opponent. But that was the main thing, and we got it done.
Yeah, it was a long rain delay, over an hour. How did you guys come back out and stay focused?
Well, I think our discipline wasn't in it early in the game. Well, we see that in the beginning of the game and how it started. But great job by our defense being able to battle and respond. And guys step in and fill those roles. So it'll be a lot to learn from, man. But we came into this game talking about discipline and focus, and we'll leave it saying the same things. So whether it's our execution or just our overall temperament as we approach it as a team, we just got to be better.
All right, and we have to end with this. You told us this week that NBC was your good luck charm. You still think that?
I think so, and we're going to keep it going.
All right, guys, back to you.
We'll see Saquon, Jalen, and the Birds against the Lions. Week 11 on Sunday Night Football. You heard Jalen talk about the discipline, the 9 penalties, 110 yards. It began with this incident, this spitting incident. Dak Prescott, Jalen Carter, player injured for the Eagles. Carter 3 yards on the other side of the line towards the Cowboys huddle. Prescott steps out, spits, ends up on the ground. Carter then walks back. They engage in a bit of a face-to-face confrontation, at which time Carter spits on Prescott. Umpire was watching it, threw Carter out of the game. Jason Garrett was Dak Prescott's head coach for 4 years. Jason's down there on the field. Jason, did you talk to Dak at all?
Yeah, I talked to Dak as he was coming off the field after the game, and Mike, you described it perfectly. Dak said he was talking to his lineman, he was talking to Tyler Booker, and he had to spit, so he spit over Booker's shoulder, and I guess Jalen Carter was looking at him, and he came over and said, "Are you spitting at me?" And Dak said, "Why would I spit at you?" And he got closer, and he spit back at him. I guess it was a misunderstanding.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It was costly for Carter. Jason, thanks for what you got. That is, of course, one side of the story from Dak. Yes. I'm going to guess Jalen Carter, when given the opportunity, will have a different side of the story, or maybe it'll be the same. Who knows? In any case, it was kind of a bad way to start the season, to be very honest, Chris.
It was, and it's too bad because I enjoy watching Jalen Carter play, and it would have made a big difference in this game. I was impressed with the Dallas Cowboys, the way that they came out, and I don't think anybody gave them a real chance, to win this, especially after Micah Parsons got dealt to the Green Bay Packers. So for them to come out and play the way that they started, and then defensively they played very well in the second half, but give the world champs credit. When it wasn't going right, when they lose Carter, second half, they lose Landon Dickerson. There were a lot of reasons why this one couldn't have gotten away from them, but they made the plays defensively when they had to.
And give me a real quick, how much did the Cowboys miss Micah Parsons' presence in the game tonight?
A tremendous amount, because athletically, it's one thing to get close to the quarterback.
Yeah.
It's another to have the athleticism to get him on the ground. They got close to Jalen Hurts a lot tonight. They didn't get him on the ground, and that's what Micah Parsons can do.
We'll see if Micah goes for the Packers against the Lions in Lambeau on Sunday. Of course, we'll be there week 4 when Micah Parsons returns to Arlington to play the Cowboys. Jackson, Ravens, Bills, as we celebrate 20 years of Sunday Night Football. That Manning gene of humor. Marshall's got it too.
Marshall, you're welcome up here anytime you want. Anytime. We'll just give you the headset.
Before your dad, but we'll be there in Orchard Park. And what a matchup that is. The two teams that are trying to climb that mountain and get Mahomes off the top of it in the AFC to get to a Super Bowl, but they are MVP caliber.
You know, it's amazing when I was watching a bunch of the shows today and everything. Everybody's trying to make predictions.
Yeah, right.
And it's either Buffalo or, it's Baltimore, and these two quarterbacks are 1-2 in the MVP race and all that. And somewhere in Kansas City, they're just kind of sitting back going, okay, all right. We're only beating them every year. But that's the way that it goes. Yeah. Until somebody knocks off Kansas City, doesn't mean anything.
And these are two teams that we saw in the regular season last year, played in the playoffs last year in Orchard Park. They'll start the final season in the old Highmark Stadium. We'll be there for it on Sunday night.
Hunt and Brian McFadden. Some new pieces on this Eagles defense that we're excited to see come together throughout this season. This is the first data point. Emery, what'd you make of some of those new faces on the defensive side?
Love the athleticism at the second level, man. Zach Bone we knew about, right? But we've seen him run sideline to sideline, chase down some perimeter runs, and made some plays on defense. But how about Jahai Campbell, the rookie inside backer out of Alabama? We saw him carry the seam route by these tight ends consistently all throughout the ball game. If he's able to carry these tight ends down the seam and make things tough for quarterbacks to try to fit the ball into, man, they have a whole new set of problems in trying to make things happen against this Philadelphia Eagles defense. So impressed with the second level more so. You got, Jay Alexander as well, edge rusher. You have Nolan Smith. We know about those guys. But the inside linebackers being able to cover that much ground, very impressive.
And you're talking about the linebackers and how well they played tonight. They were successful in doing what they did without Jalen Carter in the lineup. Now, we don't know his status for next week, but one thing we know for sure, he will be back in the lineup at some point this season. And when he is back in the lineup, everything else will flow even better. My only concern with the Eagles, when you look at the youth movement in the secondary, just getting the chemistry together, because that was that area was one of the more consistent units on their defense a year ago. They lost some key contributors from that Super Bowl winning team, and now they're trying to, repeat some of the same success. Quinyon Mitchell is a dude. Cooper DeJean is a dude. They got to find out who is going to step up and be able to be another consistent cover guy opposite of Quinyon Mitchell. We saw Dory Jackson in there start off the game. He had some issues, made a few plays, but whoever's playing opposite of Quinyon Mitchell, they're going to be standing on eggshells because they will see a lot of action. And they better be ready for that tall task, because last time I checked, I think the Eagles have like 10 opponents that were playoff teams from a year ago. That is a tough gauntlet in terms of the quarterbacks you will see, along with the pass catchers they have the luxury of throwing the football to.
I mean, unless they're going on a road to someone serious, they're going to be a favorite in each and every one of those games, because you pick the sample size, whether it's games started and finished by Hurts or the last 18 games. This is a Philadelphia Eagles team that is 17-1 over their last 18 games, including the playoffs. Here's a look at the road ahead, and